What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Super Metroid. Last time we backtracked from Ridley's lair all the way here to Turian, grabbing some upgrades along the way and saying hello to our animal friends. Now, before we go much further, one thing you want to make sure to do is, if you have the ice beam turned off, you want to make sure that it is turned on, because you're gonna need it here. On the lava, that's an excellent start. So here we have Metroids. And they are what you need the ice beam for. If you run low on missiles or whatever, feel free to farm the little Cheerios. Metroids are also a pretty good source of farming stuff. Giving me lots of super missiles, which I'm a fan of. If you do get caught by a Metroid, you have to bomb it a couple times to get it off, I guess. I think. I have to power bomb it? Okay, well, that took some doing. So yeah, that's a good example of why you don't want them to touch you, so you should probably freeze them instead. Seems like it's 5 missiles to a Metroid. A good number to have in mind, I guess. This isn't too bad an area, like it's not especially hard if you kinda are prepared for it, I guess. Gotta be a little bit careful about preserving your resources. Are these things really not dropping anything for me? I thought they would drop missiles and stuff. It doesn't seem like it. I guess maybe I should be a little bit more careful about being efficient against these Metroids. I am slowly depleting my missile supplies because I took some damage, though these Metroids are also dropping energy. But our energy is back to full. Now that I think about it, I think there are these some of these little things. I think they're sometimes called Cheerios by those who are familiar with the game. I think there's ones that are like blue or something somewhere. Okay, so these guys are invincible. So don't bother with them. Want to make our way through here. All these little, like, statue things all around. Hello. Okay. So this is the big Metroid. We can't go past until, yeah. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I can't do it. There's a way to actually skip past this where, if you jump over it at just the right angle, you can actually, the Metroid will like float past you, and you can kind of like circle around it all the way to the left side of the room, and never have to get brained by the Metroid. That is pretty cool. Luckily, there's nothing dangerous in this room because it would be kind of sadistic to drain you to 1 energy and then have you face dangerous things. But at least they give you an energy room right here. That's very considerate of them. No more beeping! Yay! Just to be super efficient, I'm gonna open that door and then get my missiles back again. Probably completely unnecessary, but we're in the end game here. It's not about what's necessary, we just gotta be careful. Are there no Metroids in this room? There's an eyeball door. And another save room. There's one before we faced all the Metroids. Oh, save. Come on. I accidentally hit B instead of A. There we go. I don't think I'm gonna need that save, but careful. I honestly have like no idea what to expect from the end here, as far as how hard or easy it shall be. So you gotta spam missiles on that thing. Funnily enough, there's actually a way to use, if you freeze one of these things and like jump at the little gate thing with and transform into a morph ball at the right time, it's actually possible to clip through the gate thing entirely. And they only intend for you to there to be one gate active at a time. So if you clip through one, it doesn't load the next one, so you can just jump through these areas. That's kind of cool. Obviously, I'm not doing that though. Good thing, stop knocking me out. Let me missile these things in peace. You have to hit them a whole bunch of times in quick succession, otherwise they start reforming. You can just sit here and spam missiles at a diagonal. It's all good and fun. As long as the Cheerios don't knock you out of place. Wow, I actually used up more missiles than I expected. Super missiles against Mother Brain? I guess you can, I mean... I know that people speedrunning this game tend to use the charge shot, so I don't know why they prefer that over super missiles. But, whatever. I don't feel like charging up the shot. The super missiles come out faster. They're just easier. Seems like they do less damage, though. That's probably why. So, just gotta put some shots into the head here. Should have plenty of health, and the actual amount of health you have isn't especially important, as long as you have more than 200 in something, I think, when Mother Brain uses that attack, which it will do after taking enough damage. Then it just kind of spams stuff at you and... Oh no! I'm gonna die! Why can't I move? Not that attack again! Oh wait, it's the Metroid. It drained all of Mother Brain's energy, or something. So the implication here is that this Metroid is the baby Metroid that you saved in Metroid 2, and it's all like grown up and stuff, and at first it was like, I'm just gonna eat everything, and that's why there was all those dead things in those rooms. And I tried to eat you, but then it was like, oh, that's my mama. And now it's all like, I'm gonna help you kill Mother Brain. Then Mother's Brain's like, I'm not gonna have none of that, and starts killing the Metroid. No! My friend, we just met each other again. How sad. But now we have fancy rainbow powers. So just bam rainbow powers at Mother Brain, and at this point you basically can't lose. Hey, why are you so close? Back up. You have a really big neck, you know that? You are very red. You might, in fact, be dead. And now for the hard part. Time bomb set? Oh no! I actually have no idea what route you're supposed to take to get out of here, so... It's been a long time since I've done this, and I usually don't pay attention to this part when I'm like watching someone else play or something. So hopefully I don't like get lost and end up exploding or something. So far I'm doing a pretty poor job of that. Guess I gotta go along here, and then... there. I feel as though I took a little longer there than I perhaps should have. Come on. It's not the time to fail at platforming. I'm pretty sure once I'm through this room, that's the hard part done with. Oh no, lava. Platforming would be a lot easier if the room was not constantly shaking. So I got up here pretty well. Come on. Down is the wrong direction, Samus. We're going up. Okay, that's the hard part dealt with. Except apparently not. Stop falling. Good lord. I'm going to be a lot tighter than I would have liked. But as you can tell, we're pretty much at our ship, so... all is well. 23 seconds to spare. I didn't think I would die there, but I didn't think it would be that close either, so there's that. So yay, we're done, we beat the game, Super Metroid. It was awesome and amazing and wow! Normally I would take the time now to talk about the game and stuff, and I probably will do that, but there's like an ending scene and stuff, and yeah. So, now what? Samus's ship is so spinny. The operation was completed successfully. Under 4 hours. That's still kind of bleh. Of course, some of that was just like idling time and stuff too, so. Anyways, I see credits, so I guess I'll talk about the game. I mean, Super Metroid obviously is just an amazing game in general. Like, it's one of those games that everyone knows about, and everyone knows it's really good, and it's just really well received overall. But my personal experiences with it have actually been kind of weird. It's like the first time that I played this game, I thought it was really kind of awkward and strange. I didn't like it that much. I mean, I didn't play for more than like 10 minutes, but I feel like that's a pretty normal response to it because Samus controls really differently from every other action hero ever. Like, your momentum is really precise, and the way it works is a lot more in-depth than a lot of other games. Your jumps are really big and floaty, and they're kind of weird, and everything's just kind of strange, but it's one of those games that, like, the more you play it and the more you learn about it, the more you like it, I feel. You start learning, like, how all these things work together, and eventually your control over Samus becomes completely ridiculous, and you can do some really crazy stuff. And the whole world of Super Metroid is just really well designed as well. Like, they put a lot of consideration into every possibility, I feel like. Like, there's a whole bunch of sequence breaks in the game, but it doesn't feel like they didn't design the game that way, like, or maybe they didn't put the sequence breaks in there on purpose, but it's like they're considerate of it. They know that it's there, so it's like they didn't say like you can't do this. It's like, I know you can do this, so if you're gonna do it, then we might as well put this thing here anyways. Or it's like, we might as well put an upgrade in this area instead of this other area. It's like, it's just really amazing how considerate they were of all these options, these amazing, crazy things that you can do with Samus. That's just, it's almost like addictive how many ridiculous things that you can do and how many ways you can quote-unquote break the game, even though it feels like the designers knew that you're going to do this. Of course, we must thank Deer Force for their hard work. Apparently my ending is not especially good because Samus only raised her visor or whatever, but I don't really care. I wasn't trying to go fast. I was just trying to learn about the game and get more skilled at it and become more familiar with everything, and I think I did a pretty good job of that. I feel like I'm noticeably better at the game than I was when I started this Let's Play. 68% items without using a map or just kind of messing about. I'm pretty happy with that. I obviously could have gotten a lot more, but I never went out of my way to pick up items, or even if it's just like, this is going to take a while to do. So, that's pretty cool. I'm really happy with this playthrough, even if it's not the same as kind of my typical Let's Play. I think it turned out pretty well. I had a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully you had fun watching. So, I'll see you on the next LP project. And stuff. Catch you later.